Welcome back to another episode of Gregtech Community Edition Modern. Last time we got ourselves a few more crafting machines down below here. We've got ourselves a smelter, a alloy smelter, and the extractor. You can barely see it from here, but kind of got to get off and going to where we're going to be doing today. The first thing we are going to do is we are actually going to upgrade our fluid drilling rig. Since this ends up providing a small amount to our system to be able to process, and with the current technology we have, we can actually upgrade this to process much faster. Am I going to do that part just yet? I don't think so, because our back end cannot process anything faster, so there's no real point in throttling ourselves here when we're already pretty close to being throttled on the other end there. So, we do have to find ourselves the next spot we're going to go ahead and drill at, which means we need our prospector. And not the ore, we want the fluid. So it looks like this one's 12% gone. I don't think we're going to be able to get to that one, because I think that one's literally right here. It is. Okay, so our next best spot looks like it's going to be back over here 2 chunks away. So like right here? Almost right there. Sweet. So this is where it's going to be a little bit fun, as we do need to go ahead and clear out some space, with one main factor is while we are upgrading to this next one, we also have another minor issue we're going to have to consult with. So let's get it built up, and then we will consult that second issue. So we're going to need 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. That's 5. That's 8. Okay, we're good. We need ourselves... Oh, we're going to need one more. I'm glad that I have more of it in here. So we'll grab one more. I just forgot about the fact that I'm only using... Oh, let's get those started. I forgot those. I did forget some energy hatches. But that's fine. Those don't take too long. And we can finish construction on the 2 different things we need. So, changing out the steel frames for the tongue steel frames, as well as the other thing I did is I made sure I grabbed myself a MV output hatch, because I am concerned with the amount of oil that we will be taken out of the ground from here. So we just need to find our oil. And then we don't want to export, we want to import. So that's fine there. And then we should be close here with that finishing up. But while that finishes up, this was the other part that I was a little bit concerned with. So we're going to need to build ourselves, and this is the important part, we got to make sure this is all in one chunk. It looks like it is. We're lucky there. But we have to build ourselves combustion engines for this, because I don't know of a different way to really route power at the moment, besides setting up a small generator and one of those rings, the quantum rings, to supply power through a quantum ring, which I'm like, I could do that. I don't know if I want to. Don't know if I want to. But one of the interesting thoughts with this is that with the 2... I just realized I forgot even more stuff, but like I said, all this stuff crafts up pretty well. So, yeah, that's an insane amount per second. Um, I think we're going to be capped, and we're not going to have to worry about it too much. We do need some dynamo hatches. That's the other part that I forgot. So let's get ourselves the dynamo hatch. And just a single one will do. We need some more input buses. I don't know where all of them went. I had like 20 of them, and I can't find them. They were inputs or outputs. I think they're stuck in a bag or a chest somewhere that I should have put them away and then just didn't bother. But we've got the two that we need for... Oh, I actually need one more still for something later. But there is our inputs for that. Oh, we need a maintenance hatch. Glad we've got one of those too. Go ahead and set that up to start. Guess the maintenance hatch needs to go like up top. Oh, and a muffler! Oh boy, I have not worked with these in a hot minute, so I guess we'll take that out. Where is our maintenance hatch? Okay, so we got our maintenance, we got a muffler, so that's the second one. We're gonna need one more of those for later. Now we just need our dynamo. Just go double check our crafting stuff. Just waiting on an iridium ingot. I actually should be crafting one of those right now. It's like one of them finished. Sweet. And the other one can finish up while we... That's an energy hatch. Where's my dynamo go? Hello? Am I blind? Oh, I am blind. I had two already. Haha. Ooh. There we go. So now our dynamo hatch is set. We can go ahead and input the two items we need here. So we need ourselves... Oh. Lubricant. So we got our lubricant. The other part that I forgot, and I totally spaced it, is I wanted to put our high-octane gasoline on a ender fluid as well. Why is that not producing as fast? We are struggling with an item. Butene, ethanol. It was ethanol that we're struggling with. Okay. I know exactly how to fix that, but we will go ahead and set this up. Say, like, 6, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we will switch that, and we do high oct gasoline. Import. Okay, and now to fix that ethanol problem, I actually usually just come down here. And just take everything out. And I can go ahead and figure out some way to Oh, I can put that on my new extractor. I just realized that that would be actually super effective. We just need, this is the wood tar. Yeah, our wood tar is not getting us anything, though, so at least what I want. Because we need way more ethanol, and we're only going to produce a little bit from that, but it will help for now. So now we can set this up to our new high-octane gasoline, which is right there. And so that will power up, attach yourself a cable, and then say, let's go. And now within a flash, this should fill this thing up. We should see that just jump. Boom, boom. Sweet. Now, I would normally go sleep at this point, but I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and I will be right back, because I'm going to go off to the end for the next part. Alright, we made it. Now it's time to set up the ludicrous drilling of the Elite Miner 2. We've got ourselves this thing. We are going to look at, that was 7 by 7. So that was something I wanted to look at. We got, if I put it right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that'll get this entire area. 1, 2, 3. So from here out to here. So basically this entire area that I'm looking at, it will end up mining. That's actually pretty awesome. Makes me want to go ahead and slide down 1. Because I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. So we do want to make sure we build the structure for this first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do 5. 1, 2, 3. Because building the structure of this first, as I found out, is the best way to make sure that you're going to be able to chunk align it, which is the one thing that we do want. We want it chunk aligned. And then let's do our input hatch, our output bus, and our energy hatch. But if it's not chunk aligned, it ends up being a little bit of a problem. And then we do want ourselves the silk touch, since we are macerating it into each different part that we're going to be doing. Now we just got to wire up our item link to the whole ore output and make sure it imports. And then we need ourselves the drilling fluid through here. So we can grab our drilling fluid and build our combustion engine, which doesn't take too long. This is something that I wasn't sure if I should do a video on this or not, but I figured might as well, because it is a massive upgrade. We've literally been doing a bunch of videos about upgrades. I just didn't want to do the intermediate tier just because from the titanium to this tier is not a huge jump when it comes to the technology that we have. I guess I forgot the muffler. Let's find that. Muffler. So, dynamo. Dynamo. Gearbox? I guess I didn't do 2 of those. Help that can finish, and we don't have to run back to go get that stuff. Especially because, it takes quite a little bit to get back here once we have that issue, so hoping that can finish. I don't know what the problem is and why that one's not finishing. So I'll be back when that finishes up. Alright, so it did actually work to finish those up. I'll have to figure out what's going on with the dynamo hatches. there is that all tidied up. I did that thing again. I forgot my inputs. Boom, boom. And now we just gotta wire those up. Give ourselves the lubricant. And then our high octane gasoline. And then a single wire in between the two. Oh, that's a little bit of a confusing sound to hear out of nowhere. We are looking for my wire snippers. Holy cow. Is this like a... It's running too fast, it doesn't have enough energy? That's what it's looking like. Means I might have to do a little bit of, break that. Slap that on in there. I want to take that. I mean, you take that on the other ones. Oh, that's a hatch. What am I talking about? You take that on the other one. Dynamo. Hoping that that also crafts up really quick. We'll need that, and we will need another input. Hatch. Okay, so there's our dynamo. Boom. Because, yeah, it looks like it's straight up just not getting enough energy. What if I turn it off for a second, let it charge up? And then, yeah, that's wild. I didn't realize it used that much energy. But, take out that input hatch, break it off, and say we need ourselves another ender fluid link. Now we're going to have to set this. I don't think I have liquid oxygen on anything. I do not. So we'll do something like 002. And we'll do liquid oxygen. And now we just have to go back. So this is the only thing I wanted to make sure. Is it looks like... Oh no, that does need to be chunk loaded. So we just need to make sure this whole entire thing of both of them is in the same chunk. And it looks like the answer is barely. I wish there was like a better way to see chunk lines. I don't think there is over here, is there? Bedrock fluid veins. Yeah, I don't see chunk stuff. I have to search for some options here. Display chunk claims. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Under entities, overlay, chunk grid. Ooh, Can I do that? So yeah, we're good. Cool. Now I know how to do that part. Let's get those switched off though. Map settings. Not off. Chunk display. Where did that go? View settings. Frame color. Overlay. Oh, done. Alright. Now that I know how to do that, that'll be nice and handy in the future. But let's go set up that oxygen thing. Be nice and quick. We just need another fluid enderlink. Which we are out of sugarcane again. I really need to get this onto an auto farm. I just never automated. Actually, that's not true. I don't love to automate stuff using the redstone link, so like when you have so many machines, you're just kind of like, why would I automate something that can run off of a machine? Well, because you want the item. Duh. I don't think you can do anything but the greenhouse for this. So, but that started. We're going to go ahead and go over, get ourselves that liquid oxygen put into you got it right there. So as soon as that comes back, I will be right back. All right, that did finish up, and then I'll go and investigate why that other thing is not working after I'm done here. Where did we put that? Right there, liquid oxygen. And then we just want to import. And we'll see that go off. And now the fun part. This is what I was excited to look for. How fast is this thing filling up? Okay, not extremely fast because this is crushing stuff way fast as well. But this is all going to be going through extremely well. This is nice. And the bauxite will get... I did actually wire this up to filter out only bauxite and send it over for the bauxite slurry stuff. So we should be able to get through all of the different things that we're going to be using without an issue. And we need the bauxite. We don't really need the bauxite. What was I wanting it for? I was wanting the element because I have a thing set up, and we can actually go ahead and finish setting it up a little bit better. That instead of using this, I guess we can still use that, can't we? Have another drawer here. I want to wire up an export bus for our element slag right here. So right there, as well as we go back downstairs. And I don't think we... Oh, we already do. That's great, because I want to put this on there. And we need our key really quickly to lock that in place. And let's quantify it, like we can do with the entire wall here. And I know that some of this stuff is used for different things. And we got to figure out... We got ruby in there. We really got to figure out getting probably all of these off of this wall and letting dust come through instead of using our smelter. But one of the other things I can set up, since we're going to be getting tons of this stuff now, is let us go ahead, grab one more export bus. and start exporting it directly into, what is this? I don't know what this is for. That worries me. What is this for? So this imports... Does it export somewhere? Oh no, that imports into the system. Okay, so yeah, we can remove that. We're good. Ooh. A little bit worried there for a second. And now we just got to figure out how to get our cable up and around everything. So let's go ahead and mine out right there, and we can have it curve around here and be able to fully automate the process with which we send out our rutile to also come and get auto processed. And so now we just need to specify this to be our rutile. Boom. And now we should see those start to slowly eke in. I'm gonna have to get myself some cable anchor stuff so I can start making this stuff look a little bit better than it does. But as for now, that will do. We'll fully automate our titanium, which will then get exported back into the system. As we have ourselves a cover right there that only extracts the hot ingots out of the system. So we just got to make sure that works properly, I guess. How long does this take? 20 seconds? It just went through, so looks like it's working. That is great. That means everything that we are processing now will automatically process rather than having it sit somewhere and cause problems of backups. So that is great. What was I wanting to show? Oh, I wanted to show this as well. So I found a problem with the previous setup that I had. I don't remember if I showed it off or not, but I had these two as separate machines. You really do need the input hatch to be shared, otherwise you have a problem where it will split up ingots if one of the hatches gets full. So the best way I figured is by making it so that the fluid input is shared for everything that comes out of there. Until we get the blast chiller, the only way we can do that is by sharing that input. So if I were to add any more, I could add up to 2 more. I would just have to make this block over on this side and then try to like reverse around everything. Probably slide this over one, slide that one over one. Actually, I think I have to slide it up for both of them. Yeah, something like that. I have to slide it up so that I can make sure that we can get our faces in there, and then I have to have 2 back here. So, and then I have to move those. That's a little bit crazy, but actually, can you? You can't share maintenance hatches, right? Yeah. So I would have to move those, but that would be fine because you have to share the input for bars. When it splits it up, half of the things that you end up making in these extreme furnace stuff, they do not fit into any cell to pick them up. Once they're in something, they're there. You cannot pull them back out. So that is something to keep in mind with your blast freezers. But thank you guys for watching. We got ourselves that 2 new systems to keep ourselves stocked up on materials. And now that I've got a massive drill rig, I can just set that up and let it go for a while instead of having to worry about, hey, how much time did I give for that one miner to move? Oh, it's been 30 minutes. Time to move it again. So I'm going to go check up on that after this to make sure that it is functioning and not just already done. Because if it's already done, that's even more wild. Thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!